Hi, and welcome to my 2018 bullet journal walkthrough. I'm going to show you today exactly how I'm setting up my bullet journal for 2018 and how it's going to be a little different than what you've seen before. Last year, I used a typical bullet journal. This one. I used the heck out of this book, but I hated that I couldn't move things around after the fact. Once I drew in there, it was done. I did some brainstorming and I tried to figure out a way to keep the flexibility of the bullet journal and add the flexibility of a binder or other type of system without carrying around a bulky binder. Because first, I had to decide what system I was going to start with, because there's quite a few disc-bound options out there. And after some research, I decided those were definitely the best options for doing what I needed to do. Because I could move papers around, I could add things in, but they all stay together somehow, magically. I happened to grab quite a few. A lot. Michael's happened to have Happy Planners on sale, so I grabbed those first. I was not super impressed. I just couldn't see how to make it work for me. So the Happy Planner went in the, well, maybe I'll use this someday pile. Then I checked out the ARC system from Staples. I liked that it came in a letter and half sheet size. See? Look. So it'd be easy to make printables and fit things in here and make it work. I also loved something the Happy Planner didn't have, the metal rings. The other thing I really love about traditional planner systems is the tabs, the tab dividers. But ARC has a special punch and they don't necessarily have tabs, or the tabs that they have are kind of and not necessarily how I want it to look, and they're kind of expensive. So I grabbed a pack of purple file folders, which is my color. I did a little trimming. I trimmed them down to a 9-inch from the tab to the bottom and then 11 from here to here, and that made the perfect size divider for my ARC system. So I was able to take my dotted paper and my trimmed file folders and make dividers and inserts for my bullet journal system. How did I get them in? This handy dandy Lavenger punch. I did a ton of research on disc-bound system punches, and this one is the best. So how do I put this all together? First, I start with my notebook. The very first thing I have in here is the front cover page. This front cover page and all of the future planning pages directly behind it are available on my website for free if you join my mailing list. The link is, of course, unicornsinmycoffee.com, and I will post it down in the description too. Key and index, which I just wrote on the back page of that future planning. So then what else do I put in my bullet journal? Well, one of the nice things about this year is that I'm able to take things out of my bullet journal from last year, punch some holes in it, and add it to this new system. So I've added my 2017 year in review to the front to always remind me how far I've come. Then I added my 2018 word of the year, which is balance, and all of the goals associated with that word. So I also moved a few of the lists I had made or started in my old bullet journal, like meal ideas. So then after that, those lists, which I like to keep in the front of my bullet journal, I then have a divider for to-do list. This is your master to-do list, as some of you might hear it called in the bullet journal groups. So this is what mine looks like. Next, I start with my months. So as you can see, I have my dividers. All my months are labeled, ready to go. I always start out with a gratitude page. I like to record the things that I'm grateful for every single day. Then we have a 2-page layout for each month with some notes. And then on the bottom, I can draw like a habit tracker or whatever I feel like putting in there. Then the next thing in my journal is a weekly layout and I do a two-sided weekly layout. I have one side for work and one side for home. This is where I put appointments, to-dos that are specific to that day, or something along those lines. Things my kids are doing, work meetings, stuff like that. The other side of this 2-page layout is my weekly menu, some notes, to-do list, and then my goal tracking. My goal tracking or habit tracker is things I normally set a few goals, like I want to complete this training this week, or I want to post on my blog 3 times, or I want to make 4 YouTube videos. So then as I accomplish each thing, I just color in the square, because coloring is fun. So it just continues like that each week, because I have found this layout works so well for me. Each week is exactly the same with updated dates. Thank you for taking a walk through my 2018 bullet journal system with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, you definitely need to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because there's going to be so many videos coming your way.